Beautiful scenery, unfortunately flanked by a few solar farms here. So I thought we could talk about that. Solar is of course much used here, 300 days of sunshine, obviously it makes sense. There's a lot of complaints from locals about the cost of electricity, and especially when they've already got solar panels, i.e. they're not necessarily getting that much back for it. Now for me personally, as someone who works in renewables, I've been working with, solar and PV suppliers, also wind farms and various things like that for about 7 or 8 years, as well as working across like electric vehicles and stuff like that as well. So I tend to do a lot of it, and I do a lot of like battery storage stuff and microgrids particularly. Now I don't know enough about it here, but I will find out and maybe talk about that a bit more often. Solar farms like this, somewhere like this, is always seen as a blot on the landscape, which of course it is, to a point. But I think once you know a bit more about it, and I've been to many a conference, met ecologists and other people who work the land, and how it can be really done really well. And actually you don't have to lose too much with the land. You just have to kind of decide which crops you're going to grow there, i.e. ones that don't need direct sunlight is preferred. People think there's like a big problem in terms of wildlife, but not necessarily. It can actually be a good situation for different kinds of wildlife because they have natural shelter from the panels. And there's just loads of bits like that that I don't think a lot of people understand or appreciate. And obviously it doesn't look great to look at, just like wind farms aren't great to look at, are they? And it depends on where you're putting them and what you're doing with them. But I think the issue here is the microgrid situation, because like with water and like with drainage and plumbing in general here, there's not really a system in place. Like when we've had all this rain this year, when I go and see the Paphos goddess, so this is this lady that's got her own small holding kind of near Mandria, and I see her, she does like a food delivery service. I've talked about her before, and she's got her own, she's got these massive water butts that take, literally hundreds of litres of water, and like it's been the best thing for her. Like she's got all these mango trees and they need a lot of water. They're from a tropical environment, and it's just been like the best thing for her. I was talking to her last time I went over, and they have a system in place, like an irrigation system, where they are obviously collecting rainwater and keeping it for when it's super hot and we haven't got any. And as a country, and in terms of actually putting all this stuff together, that's where I think they may be falling down a little bit. And I just don't think the infrastructure is in place here. And that's just my own observation. But no, it's something I definitely want to investigate more whilst I'm living here and get to know more people who work in that industry as well. So I just thought I'd make a quick video